Welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you, my brother. Good evening to your listeners.
Good evening to you. In the view of your colleague MP, you do not have clean hands and cannot come to equity, that your hotel itself is running at a loss. There are issues of taxes at all. You should be the last company that should be buying our state companies. What do you say to that? Sorry, Honorable, I cannot hear you.
I'm saying that is his view, and that is something that he needs to sort out with Rock City and SSNIT. Rock City, SSNIT has not offered their hotel to Rock City alone on some sort of a silver platter. I think there was a public tender that 8 companies put in a bid for, and eventually, I'm told, Rock City emerged winners and have been invited to have negotiations with SSNIT. So that is really what it is. So it's not that Rock City is buying SSNIT hotels. That cannot be put in that way. I think the issue that you mentioned had to do with Rock City's capacity to enter into such a transaction. And the member went on and on a video that I cited with the spokesperson for the NDC on a program called, is it NDC 360, where he made categorical statements that he has, as always, intercepted GRA documents. Intercepted GRA documents that seem to suggest that Rock City in itself is making losses of about 1.7 million. And the way he was saying it, I mean, you have no cause but to believe him, because he's quoting file numbers, he's mentioning people's names, he's saying all kinds of things. And then when we checked, we realized that none of what the man was saying was true. Not one. There was nobody at GRA that goes by the name I didn't have the permission to mention the person, but he did. There was nobody at GRA by that name. There was, indeed, Rock City has not even filed their annual returns with GRA, they tell me. They've not been to GRA. They don't have any records at GRA for anybody to even intercept. But if you look at the presentation of the main protagonist in this matter, as though he has intercepted documents, and I put it to him today, that they are all lies. They are lies, a fabrication. I mean, it's beyond propaganda. Pure, ungodly lies. And I don't think that an honorable member should do that. You can always at least go dance around the facts, play around the facts, massage the facts in a way that you want. But you cannot enter into the realm of lies, that you have intercepted documents, and the document says that Rock City is making losses, and how can a loss-making company, enter into a transaction to do this? I mean, it's not right.
So he says he's intercepted documents. You're saying that you haven't filed any such thing at all at GRA. Does it mean you don't have any filings at all, or you do not have filings that reflect this claim that he's making?
Saying that, the member said, I have intercepted the 2023 GRA filings of Rock City's accounts, and they made a loss of 1.7 million, unquote. In fact, he said, can you believe this? Can you believe this? I'm sure you've seen the video. That they are making losses. And there is nothing like that. And that is why today I dared him to put that records out. The 2023 accounts of Rock City. To put that record out. And then whatever I put out in the morning, I will give it to him. There is nothing like that. They were blatant lies. And the reason why I will want to respond to him on this one is that, look, he's just fond of doing everything that he has said. from the beginning. Rock City has bought 6 hotels. It ended up not. Rock City has not even bought 6 hotels. Rock City has bought 4 hotels. Rock City has not bought 4 hotels. The only thing that Rock City has done is that there was a public tender, and Rock City was one of 8 companies that put in the bid. That is the only crime of Rock City. No matter everything that has been said about this transaction and jumping around on demonstration, if you sum it all up, the crime of Rock City, and by extension, Bryan Acheampong, is that there was a public tender. And Rock City was one of 8 companies that put in the tender. There's nothing more than that. Rock City has been given hotels. Rock City has bought the beachfront. Rock City is I am in conflict of interest in this, petitions to Shraj, and this, and none of that is sticking. And then now we move into lies. I mean, the first claims that he made, those ones I could deal with it. I mean, you petition Shraj will come up with his findings. I don't have any problem with that. You say all kinds of things on your Twitter. You put all those kinds of things on your Facebook. In fact, even me, the last thing I want to do is, in the face of tomato prices going up, and then my voices are on the radio talking about hotels. So I stayed away from it. But when now the young man is now moving into the realm of lies and more lies and more lies, hoping that Ghanaians will believe him, then we have to stop him in his tracks and say, no, you can do your politics, you can play your games, you can do all kinds of things, but you cannot enter into the realm of life.
Okay.
That one is dangerous.
So what's the financial condition of Rock City now? What can you say to the public in relation to the hotel?
Look, at the end of the day, when Rock City was started 8 years ago, what was the financial condition of the hotel? When we put the first block or the first brick down, what was the financial condition of the hotel? It grows. It grows on the back of the investors. It grows on the back of the stakeholders and whatever we can leverage on to grow. It is never about. I mean, Rock City. Look at the documents that they presented to SSNIT. They have more than the capacity to enter into the transaction, more than the capacity to do so, much more than the capacity. I mean, this is a company that currently has 1,000 rooms. Here in Kwo, 1,000 rooms, and they are in 2-3 years they will add another 2,000 rooms. It's the biggest hotel in Africa. What are you talking about?
But does that translate into profits, though? You can have rooms, but if they are not occupied and you're not doing business?
You see, immediately you enter that realm, what is profit? The big company, in fact, sometimes it is to your advantage to continue to declare losses so that your businesses can grow. Profit doesn't mean anything.
So have you been declaring losses?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm only educating you that profit doesn't mean anything. Revenue in itself doesn't mean anything. It has something to do with the size of a company. If you make big companies in the world, Amazon, check their taxes. So it's quite. It is only the uninitiated, somebody who has not done business before, that will look at bottom line business and say that a company is big. Companies grow, yet don't make profit. It is not about profit.
That's understandable. So in 2023...
Pause.
Go ahead.
Pause. If the backers, the sponsors of Rock City decide that they will put their money behind Rock City to acquire other interests, what does it mean? Don't even go into that realm. You probably expose yourself as somebody who has not done business before. So
the question would then be, 2023, did you post losses or profits? And this regardless of what the business strategies are.
2023, Rock City is yet to file. It's not me. I'm talking about Rock City. In 2023, they are even yet to file the annual returns. The deadline is June ending. And they will file before, I'm told that they will file before the June deadline. So the question of somebody having intercepted. Their auditors are Deloitte and Touch. And as we speak now, I'm told that they are still auditing their accounts at Rock City, and they will file it.
Okay.
So the question of somebody having intercepted GRA documents, I have GRA documents. This is the file number, and the company is making losses, a categorical statement of 1.7 million. And how can this company go and buy another company? It's not true. It's a lie, a blatant lie.
Very well.
And the young man is fond of lying with a facial expression that if you are uninitiated, you are likely to believe him.
I was going to ask you to use parliamentary language by avoiding lying, but I think you said it so many times, I just have to let it be. My next question would be, Rock City is a legal company or a legal person owned by you, the natural person. The issue of the conflict of interest that has arisen is that the company that your company is seeking to buy belongs to the state. The head of the state
belongs to a company
owned by the state,
an organization called SSNIT,
owned by the state or set up by the state. So ultimately, it's owned by the state. The head of the state is your boss. You sit in cabinet with him to discuss matters of economic progress. Some of which
you are entering into. Forgive me, unless I'm being you accuse me of using parliamentary language. It's a rather unfortunate narrative that you are jumping on.
You didn't even let me land, so I'm not sure the narrative.
But I've heard these things so many times.
So simple.
I've heard it so hold on. Mm-hmm. Rock City as a company. Immediately I became a politician. MPP came to power. What is Rock City? In fact, you know that Parliament, they go to Rock City for conferences. So what can Rock City do and not do? So you tell me, what can Rock City do and not do? They can't do business with Parliament because I am a member of Parliament. The company cannot grow. The company cannot enter into any transaction with any government organization. No government organizations can go have conferences there because if you trace it, it will come to, they will pay from the consolidated fund, and because I'm a government official and I own Rock City and therefore I cannot be benefiting from, I mean, that would be a bit lazy, wouldn't you think? There are almost 1,000 people that are working in the organization, direct and indirect. How are they supposed to function? They are Ghanaians. So that argument shouldn't have been coming from a platform like City FM. What can Rock City do in Ghana? So I become a member of Parliament, I become a minister, and therefore I close our businesses down? Is that what you are suggesting? If there's an auction of anything, public tender, this is not something that was even sole sourced. It's a public tender. Public tender. And Rock City puts in a bid. And because their owner, their shareholder, happens to be a politician, that business cannot grow. I mean, if it was sole sourced, or, I mean, an underhand dealing somewhere, even my conscience wouldn't allow me to do that. Because I sit in Parliament. Parliament goes to Rock City. Ask them if even me, I lobby. I don't even talk about it. The last time you heard the Speaker of Parliament said that the quality and price of Rock City is too expensive. So Parliament will go. Ask the Speaker if I came to tell him that they should go to Rock City. I don't care. They do their thing. If you want to go to Rock City, you go. If you don't want to go, it's not my business. Not in that sense of the word. But I don't care. So what can Rock City do and Rock City not do?
See, the issue of the conflict of interest is not because you're a politician, but because you're a cabinet minister. And
what has that got to do with anything? To become a cabinet minister, and so what?
So
this matter is not a conversation that is discussed. Senate takes its decision at its board. Wherever they decide that they go and put their money, they do their investment, it's a decision that are made at the board of state. And they put out a public tender in 2022. Umaru, in 2022, I wasn't, even though they started the process in 2018, the tender that they put out was in 2022. In 2022, I was not a minister. The tender was put in 2022, February. I was not a minister. I became a minister April 2023. April 4th is when I was sworn in. So what has cabinet minister got to do with anything? I become cabinet minister, and therefore I should close down the businesses.
Parallels have been.
But I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not going to become a cabinet minister and therefore transfer the company's names of my sister, my friend, or do a blind trust and pretend as though I don't own these things. I own them probably. It belongs to me. I'm the shareholder. But I make sure that I stay away. I'm not a manager. I don't occupy any office for profit. I know those lines and I walk them. But I'm not a hypocrite. It would be against my conscience that I become a minister. Oh, well, now let me put the companies in the name of Umaru, and then all of a sudden, officially, they don't belong to me. That is criminal. I will not behave like that.
Minister,
I will not behave like that.
Minister, parallels have been drawn between this deal and when Ibrahim Mahama, brother to then President Mahama, was given a concession under the Extin Cubic. Many said it was a conflict of interest situation, especially persons from within your party.
Did you say was given or was a public tender?
No, he got a contract. I don't remember the circumstances.
No, please, so
but he was given a contract.
You see what you are obfuscating the issues.
No, I'm just saying.
You come to say that.
I'm just saying
somebody was giving.
Yes.
And then I'm saying
but
that
it wasn't given in the sense of the word given, but I mean a contract was given to him to engage in mining activities.
So
and his company was also engaging in dredging and all of these things.
Interrogate the processes and then make a conclusion and then ask a question. You have to interrogate the processes. I will feel very bad if I just went to see the Director General and say, Director General, sell these hotels to me. I won't do it. I will never do that. What do I need it for? And I have not done that. This is a tender. Even when Rock City applied for, I didn't know about it.
All right. Before you go, a message has come through from Apiaje in Koforidua. He says the GRA law gives up to 30th April for companies to file taxes. Why has Rock City been given up to 30th June? I've gone to Google.
You can't apply
just a second. So filing.
You can't apply for extension.
So is that what Rock City did?
No, but I'm saying that you put someone file, and I asked you a question. There's no room
I haven't
extension.
finished my question. I went to the GRA website, and filing of annual income tax returns, the GRA says must be done by 30th April. And they even gave an example. They said, for example, individual companies, entities, and all taxpayers whose accounting year ends on 31st December, for instance, 2020, are to submit their annual return of income for the 2020 year of assessment and other outstanding returns by 30th April 2021.
I don't think your listeners are interested in education. What it is that Rock City tells me that they have to file their taxes by end of June, and end of June the taxes will be filed. This education, I don't think that we need at this time.
Very well. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
You are very kind.
That's Honorable Bryan Acheampong, MP for Ebetifi, Minister for Agriculture, owner or shareholder of Rock City Hotel in the Eastern Region. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 City FM. We are coming to you from our studios in Adabraka in Accra.